3-0 in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
They'll run it here. This is James White. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Prescott. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Completes it right side to Cooper. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long for Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
And a penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Stop! 20! Stop!
Now Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Here's White. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Stop! Wait, set! Move 20! Eat! White, wait, set!
From midfield, here's Brady. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Brady now on 1st down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Robert Quinn in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Ready?
Shotgun now for Brady. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They come out here in the eye. And they will run it with Michelle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run. This is White. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Now a toss play. This is White. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times have we talked about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Brady to throw on 2nd down. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
First down, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now White. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll run with White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Now a carry for White. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
With With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
On third down, it's Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Edelman. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
220! 520! Here we go! Wait! Stop! Stop! Check it! Kill! Sugar! Check it!
On second down, here's Brady. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Wait, 20! Wait!
Throwing now is Brady. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Spinning past him. So that one will be accepted. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Prescott now. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Michael Bannon in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He's to the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
26. 26.
He'll get it up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys get a bit closer. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 21.
20.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Regular. White 20. White 20.
To throw on 2nd down. Brady. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to Foxborough after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Pushing through the contact. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
On second down, Michel. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now they try the right side here. He spins free. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. A second down throw for Prescott. And some room to work. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Gold with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's Prescott. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Prescott. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Mike Bennett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And bulldozing his way through. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And
he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
No problem there on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
White 20! White 20! Set!
Looking to throw on second down. Brady looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
White 20! 380! Go!
On the toss, here's White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, here we go! Sugar, sugar! Come! White 20! Wide 80! Orange! 31! 29! Alpha! Blue! 29! Alpha! Rip! LG, a little closer to me.
To throw on second down, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. New England on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
White 20! Wide 80!
Brady. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 11. Able to slither by. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Cowboys. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second down, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage.
47.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
White 20! White 20!
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Regular. Hey, boys, got four. Sugar.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Brady now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now a pitch out to Michel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Go Bandit!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They stay on the ground with White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Set! Ready?
Brady now to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Looking to throw. Prescott firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Prescott yet again. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And again, it's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Deron Harmon. The 40. The 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Hey. 20. White 20. Check. Let's go. Check.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Brady now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Hey, Alabama. 3 down, these 2. Stop. Check.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give him 30 yards there. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Go. Tight end right. 20. White 20.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. New England on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
47, 47, 26.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. To the air again, Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had good success. 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Pats, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.